I am Xoan. This is Gamers Oasis. Let's step into the arena. All right, guys. So step into the arena. Right, it's the first time doing Easter Mayhem 2022. Okay, you ever been so excited you make a mistake, like not put your armor on when you are 100% sure you're going to need your armor? That happened here. Take a look. Okay, guys. So as you can see, not only did that happen, but that actually happened the second time I went back in there too. I did as much of a 5-hour stint on the first run as I could. I had to go pick up my daughter, so that cut me out of like 15 minutes, but basically I was there for 5 hours. I had forgot when I went back, and I jumped back in there and did the same doggone thing. So I died twice needlessly. After that, I figured out put your armor on. Okay, guys, so as you can see here, when you first step in there, there's a bunch of information. It's a sort of an information dump. You get hit by a lot of that stuff. You need to figure out which tier of the mission you're going to do, and a lot of that's going to be based upon what kind of player are you? Are you free to play, non-depositing player? That's what I am. Are you going to be able to dedicate, hours and hours and hours every day? To give you an idea, I put about 15 hours 17 hours into category 1, and I made it to about stage 2 or 3 on the actual Mayhem mission for bronze. So you have to really, 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 really have a lot of dedication to go farther in that. Or you have to be in a higher category. I'm a solid category 1. I can be in category 1 all day long. No problems. I might die. Most likely I won't. But it's kind of where I fit with anything from Atlas to Disciple Armor, which is 8 to 9 points of protection. I took some big hits occasionally, but it wasn't anything I'm not able to overcome. I do have the Angelic Ring, which gives me 30 extra hit points, or 12 extra hit points, 38% regeneration. If you were to have a bigger ring or a better ring than that, or if you had more strength or whatever and had more hit points than that, I think you could do probably a little higher. If you had armor plates, for sure you could do armor a little higher. If you had ghost armor, which has 19 points of protection in the type of protection you need against the basic troops, you could go a little higher, easily go to 2, 3. You can even go 2 to 3 with an LR10. You probably want an LR15 or an LR20, but you could do it with an LR10. The biggest thing is you just have to be able to withstand the hits. With unlimited armor, of course, you have to you have to repair it. With limited armor, you're better off, but when the parts break, you're going to have to replace them. I'd recommend going unlimited. You have a repair station right there, and you're not paying the markup for it. So I feel unlimited is definitely the best way to go with this, especially if you could get unlimited weapons. I don't know how feasible that really is, though, because unlimited weapons, it also cut out the ongoing your ongoing markup costs. So one of the things to take into consideration is an LR10 with my skill, which I'm perfectly skilled for it. It's a good fit. I can do all the things. It's no problem. Is really about 2 hours worth of play, with my reload rate and that type of stuff. If you were to do just like I could use 8 in the period of time I did. Now, I ended up using a pistol for a while, and that was fine. But you're not going to find I think it was a Scotch and Barlow 10, I think is what it was. LR10, I think is what it was. It's a pretty far up pistol. You're not going to find that very often with enough condition to really last any time. So, just plan on using the LR weapons until you get there. And an LR10 for category 1, maybe 2 is good. Category 3 and probably too, if you want to be faster, definitely look at getting the LR15 or the LR20. LR20 would be really, really slick. If they're having the level caps on skills, then you probably would category out of that. I don't think they're doing that anymore, though. So it's just based upon what your skill is and how quickly you want to get these points. If you are in a category 2, I know you'll get points faster. I know you can get bigger rewards, as in like globals and whatnot, because the creatures I think are level 10 versus level 2 or level 8. So there's 2 levels difference. The warlocks are level 16 in category 1. I'm sure they'd be a little higher in category 2. I never made it that far. I did shoot a couple category 2 creatures just to see what it was like. I was able to do it, but it was slow and it cost me a lot. So that's really what I found as far as skills. If you are, I was Dodger 4 when I started, and I was Evader 6 when I started. And I was able to evade many of the attacks. I was able to withstand many of the attacks of the Warlock. When the Warlock hit, sometimes it was a lot of pain, so make sure you keep up on the heals, that type of stuff. Found by accident, there was this mission that was going to provide pills, which I'd never have used prior to this, for XP and that type of stuff, and it's called the Corona Hunting Task, and I'm going to do a video on that, so look for that in a little bit. It's part of the Enigma keys that you get. Anyways, each time you do it, you get an extender, which I have not used, and you get a not a loop pill, excuse me. You get an XP pill that is pretty powerful. It's one of the more powerful ones in the game, I think. It's 50% more XP or XP chances, whatever it is exactly, and it is 5 hours long. I'm going to go ahead and post a card of it up here so you can take a look as we're going. And I ended up getting 2 of these. In doing that, it opened up a lot of other doors. It also has been some of my ped in that direction versus Mayhem purely, which I kind of battled back and forth how much I was going to do these other things with the ped versus strictly following Mayhem. But I think I got the best Mayhem possible with all the other stuff, and I got the most done that I could do with what was given to me, I guess you could say. So let me get back to what I would recommend. So if you want to go into Mayhem, be like Paramedic or the Mind Force version of probably about level 5 would be a good minimum. That's what I was, and I was using a Vivo S10. But a Vivo S10 would get you there. There are obviously better ones out there, but if you're doing a Cat 1, I think you're fine with a Vivo S10. I was a Dodger 3 or 4. I think it was 4 for most of it, and that was Evader 7 or 6 to 7 basically through this. You're going to need the Dodger only for the Warlocks. None of the other robots have missile weapons, so you don't need it for that. Beyond that, if you're using a LR10, you're fine. LR15, you're fine for Cat 1. You're going to probably make money in shrapnel. You may have some hits, you may have some misses. I'm not saying that this is a profit-making thing. What I'm saying is that you have more ability doing this in the cycle because the loot pool is so narrow and it's mostly shrapnel. So you're going to have so much more ability to cycle that ammo and to go farther and farther and farther than you would if you're doing hunts for other things. So you're probably not going to hit a Hoff, though it's possible. And you're probably not going to, make the millions of bucks there. But you're probably going to really push your skills heavily. So get those loot pills, the good ones, the free ones preferably. Use them. Get your ped in order. Buy your LRs outside of Mayhem season. They're more expensive. try and use unlimited armor. Try and use unlimited weapons if you can, if you have one in that range. And then decide what you can do. If you feel like, based on the information I told you, you can do category 2 or 3, then maybe you do silver versus bronze on the mission tier. But if you're a new person, I don't know if you can do bronze and then silver and then, you know, all that. Probably not. So probably the one you pick is the one you get. But pick the one you can do in a reasonable time and fashion and do that. I ended up making just over 1,400 points. I need 7,000 to complete the bronze mission. I don't know what the silver and the gold and all that is, but I know it in the red light. I know it's a lot more than the bronze. But okay, guys, if you got any value to this, go ahead and hit the like button. Of course, if you want to see more of these come out, you might hit the subscribe button. We're not going to have but a total of 3 Mayhem videos. This is the first video. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know in the comments down below, since I'm still editing these, if there's anything specific you want to see in the other videos or have me talk about. Thank you. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Bye.